What's good, y'all? How you doing? Apologies about the mic. OBS is kicking my ass right now. Like I'm talking about straight up like 619ing my shit. But Batista balling my shit, tombstoning my shit, bro. It restarted the map. Somebody help me! It's got a sledgehammer. Anyway, y'all see the screen. We live in such a weird time right now. I don't want it to make it out political in the comments. Please don't get political in the comments. Keep your own ideas to yourself, because I guarantee you, bro. Yes, you like who you like. Yes, you're voting for who you vote for. You're not gonna change the ideas of whoever you get argument with in the comments. I guarantee you're just gonna want to scrap. And why put that bad energy in the world, bro? When you can, why waste your time doing something bad when you can do something good? Watch the video and laugh. Hopefully laugh. I don't know what this is gonna be, bro. I'm rambling because I'm actually scared to hit play. Like I don't. This nigga Aiden Ross somehow got Donald Trump on his like this is. If somebody told me this has happened before he became president, I'd be like, whoa, that's a crazy crossover. Then he became president. He has a former president now running president. He's a running candidate right now. Like I said, keep your political jargon out of the comments. Nobody wants to hear it, bro. Rada. You gonna vote for who you gonna vote for? They gonna vote for who they gonna vote for. Shit, who knows? Kanye might run again. I don't know. Mr. Beast is talking about running. That's crazy. A lot of shit has happened. I'm gonna just hit play.
You're probably like, what the heck is going on here, huh?
Yeah, me too.
What's going on?
Well, today is gonna be the most important stream I've ever done. First of all, I want to say thank you.
I'm glad he knows. This is. I'm sorry, y'all. We 10 seconds in. Count it up. Can we talk about this? This changes everything. And for those of y'all that are going like, yeah, but when does it change everything, nigga? Because remember way back when it was crazy that Aiden did a collab. What was it, XQC or Ninja? Ninja did a collab with Drake or some shit. Like I can't remember who did what, but it was way back when niggas were doing collab with celebrities and it was crazy. Now it's commonplace. Now we got Kai Cenat and Kevin Hart. Well, no, we got AMP. Let me not disrespect them boys. The entire AMP rapping with Kevin Hart in the Cypher, outdoing Double XL. We live in that time, bro. We got Aiden Ross sitting with Donald J. Trump, former vice president, now current running candidate, Donald J. Trump, in a stream. To Aiden's audience. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Aiden's audience might just be everybody now. Because, like, who wouldn't watch this?
Thank you for doing this, seriously. Yeah. We're going to get some good ratings.
He knows, too. See, that's not even his president side talking. That's his old, like, business side talking. We're going to get some good ratings today out of this. We are.
Everyone thought this was going to be fake today. But, we proved them wrong. So.
Right in the living room of Mar-a-Lago, which I don't allow this to be ever done. So you're the first, just about.
Thank you.
And we'll have a little fun today.
That's crazy.
Baron says hello. He's a great young guy, but he's a big fan of yours.
What's up, Baron? Yeah, Baron's awesome. He's a great kid.
Oh, my
amazing.
God.
Tall. Very tall.
Good student.
Yeah, he's very smart. I'll tell you that. I do want to first off, say this. Everyone in the chat, everyone in this room, everyone loves you. And I just want to say,
as y'all know, this is not the entire thing. The full stream, I'll link the full stream down below too. But this is just like clips streamed together. I suppose this is like the best of the vibe because it's only 22 and the full stream is like an hour 17 minutes that he uploaded on his channel. But I'm just invested in their conversation. This is crazy. If not for like political reasons or whatever, this is just like. This is a study in like. First off, this is a study in like PR. Really, let's really break it down. This is a great move by Trump because like recently, if y'all don't know, Kamala Harris, the replacement for Biden, had Meg Thee Stallion in support for her on stage and kind of did like a little show at one of her conferences. wasn't a conference. Don't, bro. I don't do politics, bro. I'm not a political streamer. I'm gonna tell y'all what this really is. Y'all can skip through this. This is really just me. I will always, and you can look through my channel right now. I will always reserve the right to have one video, flop or not, just dedicated to whatever the fuck I like. I'm gonna give y'all what y'all like. It's a give and take relationship, you and I. I'm gonna give y'all whatever y'all want, whatever y'all like. Y'all just gotta let me know. But I reserve the right to one video every like 3 to 4 videos I give y'all to just bullshit and do what I like. This is one of them.
You're a true hero for this country, and I really appreciate you. And yeah,
Thank you for watching. I love you, little bugs.
Again, I'm really thrilled we could do this today.
I'm so happy now that I'm doing it. Give me a. That's great.
Do you know what live streaming is on these platforms?
More or less, yeah. It's the new wave.
It's the new wave. I'm gonna explain it to you, all right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you this chat right now. Let me show you this. So this is the live chat. So you already broke the website in 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you broke it. The chat wasn't working, but we ended up fixing it.
You broke it in 5 minutes.
Hi in the chat, and W's mean it's good. W means win. Yeah. Yep. So.
Yo, are we gonna get W or L community? Please, next conference, give me like, tell me this was a huge W, big dubs all around. Please.
They're putting W's and stuff. W Trump. All right. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's just
I need it. Are we gonna get brain rot politics now? Holy shit. Are we gonna get Skippity Trump?
Yeah, I want to break 1 million. I think we could do it.
You'd do much more.
You think so?
I think you could. Yeah, exactly.
Elon actually already he commented on the X post that I went live already.
Elon is a great guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Fantastic person.
Big
Little imagination.
Trump supporter.
yeah.
Rockets, and tunnels, and
Yeah.
everything. He's a fantastic guy.
He's
Your child needs these 3 key factors to get into
great. So
I'm sorry, I had to crash. I was about to crash out. That's what that sound was. It pissed me off.
let's get started today. Let's have some fun. We'll touch space.
Let's not talk. Let's not talk about it.
And then we'll do some fun stuff.
That sound I just made.
Let's have a good
How about
time.
we not?
All right. Well, the first thing is, the reason why, I really wanted to make this stream happen is because there's a lot of people that are first-time voters watching today. And I want to make it very clear to everybody that you're a human being. You're a great human being. And I want you to basically talk in this camera, talk to them and explain why it's very important as a first-time voter to go out and vote and why they should vote for you.
I'd love to do that, and I love having a young audience. This is young. I think you have some oldsters too, because I also know some oldsters that are listening and watching. But it's about the American dream. Right now, you don't have the American dream. We have a country that's not respected, a country that's being left,
True.
a country that just a little while ago we're having a stock market explosion in a negative way.
He's not wrong, bro. Did y'all hear about that, by the way? Look, we actually did have a stock market crash. Don't be alarmed, but be alarmed. We actually did have a stock market crash, and they are talking about a recession. It is bad, brother. It is. First, we had I know you're like, but hasn't happened since like the roaring of depression, recession, stock market crash. Those are really scary terms to happen, not alone in succession.
That's been happening for quite a while. It's been simmering and really happening for quite a while. And we're going to make this country so strong and so great. And when you're ready for your job, you're going to get a great job, so you can make the kind of money this guy's making, maybe even more if that's possible.
I'm trying to get like you, boss.
But you'll love your life and you'll be successful. And at a young age, it's really wonderful to think about the American dream. And with Kamala and Joe, I took him out. We had a debate, and the debate didn't go.
I'm glad you prefaced that. I'm like, bro, those are scary lines you're using in a time where, like, well, you know.
He sort of what they did, it was really a coup of somebody. He had 14 million votes. He had it, And all of a sudden, they went to him and they said, we don't want you running anymore. And it's sort of like a prize fight from my standpoint. Here, you're focused on this one man, and all of a sudden, you're fighting somebody else. But
all right. Okay, I see what he's talking about. He's talking about like the changing up of from Joe Biden to like Kamala Harris. Okay, I thought he was still talking about the vote fleecing in the Joe Biden, the first election, the Joe Biden versus Trump election, and I thought he was still on that. I'm like, brother, give it up. It's another election. Just let it slide. He's had this 4 years. It's over.
Worse than he is. And you're starting to see that. I think people are going to see that it's going to be very evident. So go out. We want the American dream. We're going to give you the American dream, and you're going to be real happy. Thank you.
I'm just going to have the same question for you, bud. How? It's all I'm at. I don't want to get political. I know it's going to have to get political. Y'all can get political in the comments. Like I said, I'm not a Hassan. I'm not anything. I'm just a guy. I have questions. It is my America, too. I was born and raised here. I just want to know how. I'm not belittling him. I'm not questioning his authority. None of that. How?
I have another question. And again, Mr. President, I'm not really fully into politics, but, I'm getting there. And I do want to make this very clear as well, now that it's on my mind. Back when I was I went to high school in California, okay? And, a lot of the teachers were basically at the time, this is your first term. They were telling me how horrible a person you are and all these things. And the teachers, you're not supposed to do that. It's inappropriate to have teachers, discuss politics in school.
But
it's becoming really normal for a lot of teachers, and you're a kid. When you're a kid, your brain is like a sponge. So I want to know what your thoughts on kind of the corruption in the school system in a way. They're teaching some pretty bad stuff in there.
He's not bigger on that though. He's not wrong though, but I think that's bigger on who we hire to become teachers. And I think we should be stricter not only in the school systems, but I really believe that, like, I know, make the meme. I know I'm not a political view. I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions. Okay, argue with me in the comments. I'm not a political YouTuber, but he's asking really fascinating questions, and I really have. I think I have answers. I think I have answers sometimes.
Brainwashed.
Back to what I was saying though. I think like, yeah, it is somewhat brainwashing, but I think that goes back to we should be stricter. To solve that problem, we should just be stricter with who we hire as teachers. I mean, think about like who becomes teachers. It's really on down to the level of people in school who don't really want to become teachers, in my experience. Like, I don't really see too many like just like stand up society people become teachers. I also don't see like too many like past like checks on classrooms and stuff and like monitoring in classroom. Like maybe like 3 times a year. I ever saw a teacher when I was in like elementary growing up to like monitor our classroom. I don't know about y'all. Maybe 3-4 times out of the year, teacher would like pass by your classroom. There might be somebody that just comes in. You might see them because the door cracks open loudly as fuck, and then they sit back and they're like, "Shh, just don't look at me." And you can't help but look at them because they're a grown-ass adult that you've never seen before just sit in the class, and by that time you're only taught like, hey, stranger danger, and you are a stranger. I've never seen your ass. The fuck are you doing in my class? I'm droning. I'm yapping.
To a certain extent. Even the teachers have been brainwashed. They've learned from a long time. This is long before me. This liberal way, or now they call it progressive. They don't like the term liberal. They're not allowed to use that anymore, so I usually use it. But this liberal way we have, and
bro, I will say one thing I love about Trump is he's such a fucking troll. I love him, bro. No, not like that. Not like that. I'm not political like that. Don't take that out of context. Cut that. Cut that out. Not like. In no political context whatsoever do I love Trump. Only in the meme category do I love Trump. Bro, this is gonna get so political. I'm just gonna.
It's a bad thing for the country. We want to have borders. We want to have low taxes. We want to have great schools, really great schools, so you can go and learn and be successful and have a wonderful life and all of that. But we want to have a good military so we can protect ourselves.
Of course.
From
He's right, yeah.
Bad players. You've got some bad players out there. And it's interesting. During my 4 years, we had no war. Other than we had nothing. Everybody was afraid we were going to have wars, and just the opposite. North Korea. I remember Barack Obama was telling me, "Oh, the biggest problem we have is North Korea." I didn't have a problem with North Korea.
No.
Big nuclear presence. I didn't have a problem. The only war we had was already started long ago, and that was ISIS. And we defeated it in a very short amount of time.
I remember.
Very quickly. And we had no wars under the Trump administration.
I do find it like kind of interesting how we can have like political leaders from other factions in like the world come and like other countries in the world come and just like chill at the White House under like every protection under the sun because God knows nobody wants a world war to break out. And there are people out there that want it to break out because they think their country is going to win it. But it's just fascinating to me that like we can have that, but like if a political figure gets too close to, and this is referencing Donald Trump being in Russia. No, I don't think this is like taken away from the treasonous acts or whatever that he was like shown in court to commit, but still, it's one of those like I don't know. It's like how friendly can two political figures get before it gets like, hey, bud, that's treasonous? Because like ultimately, don't you want a friendly relationship with with like each political figures? Don't you want all your political figures to have a friendly relationship so war is more preventable? Because you want to not fight your friends, I don't. It's weird to me, but then again, that's why I'm not a political YouTuber. I don't know like the weird. Somebody tell me down in the comments, I guess.
And that's a great thing. That's a really great thing. 82 years it's happened, and we won't have wars again. But we could have a war before we even get there.
I'm not even gonna. Hey, don't count the chickens before they hatch, bud. We could definitely have a war before you enter the White House. There is some crazy shit going on in Iran right now.
We have a number of months. We have 4 months, and the election's starting very soon. And I guess 5 months before you actually get in. And a lot of damage can be done in 5 months by incompetent people. We have very incompetent people right now.
He's not wrong, bro.
I'm saying that out of sadness because our country's in tremendous danger, not only of stock market crashes or depressions or whatever it may be. It's a tremendous military danger. We have Israel's blowing up, the Middle East is blowing up, Russia's going wild with Ukraine, and things are out of control, and we have nobody that knows how to talk. We have nobody that knows. I was watching when Russia was thinking about going in, and they never would have done it with me. They didn't. But they never. After I got in, they started loading up the border. I thought he was doing it for negotiation purposes. And Biden said all of the wrong things, everything wrong. And ultimately they attacked, and they wouldn't have done that if I was.
What should he have said though? Tell me what you would have said though.
So we got to get back.
See, like, look, I ain't gonna lie. I can say he's not wrong, but I can say this is all objective. I'm just taking an objective look at what I'm seeing right now in front of my eyes. That's all this video is. I'm not a political YouTuber. It's just me. I'm just a guy. I'm just taking an objective look. So, in that vein, me being a guy, me being a voter, me having a corporeal form outside this little boy body you're seeing before you that does vote, what would you have said?
Back in and get it straight now. We'll get that one.
100%.
A lot of people dying.
Yeah, it's a lot of innocent lives being lost. You had mentioned, the stock market crashing. I don't know if you obviously, I saw the post you made on your app Truth. When I just saw yesterday and the day before, I'm in crypto and I'm in stocks myself, and I couldn't believe what's going on. You have Japan, you have everybody just falling, and I want to ask you, how do we basically get it back up and flowing and back up and running, and and what's causing this?
Well, right now you have no confidence. You have somebody that now is taking over from Biden because he just wants to stay in bed all day. He can't get up. He wants to stay in bed. He was a fraud. They tried to tell people he was competent, but he was
I ain't gonna lie, that was okay. Shit, he wants to stay in bed all day. He's a fraud. They called him a fraud. I don't know what it is, but nothing else would be funnier than another person referring to someone else as a fucking fraud. It doesn't matter in what context, it doesn't matter what for. But if I point to you, it'd be like, look, there's a fraud.
And in the debate, he was a judge.
Bro, that right there is why I love Trump. He's such a troll. He's a roaster, bro. He's a... I was going to call Trump. I was going to call Trump a nigga. No, I'm so sorry. I don't know who I'm apologizing for. This is my channel, bro. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Get out of here. Why'd I say sorry? It's ingrained in me. I gotta get it out of my system.
Be not so good. But you can go back 4 years, too. You know, he campaigned from his basement. He didn't campaign. I said, where is this guy during COVID? They used COVID as an excuse not to let him talk.
Yeah.
The whole thing was a fraud, and everybody knew it, and they knew it strongly. And we're going to get it going again. We have
I need one of those mics.
They put us in a very bad position. The worst thing is we have probably, I think, Aiden, 20 million people came into our country with open borders, and many come from prisons. And you can be a liberal, and your people can be, but coming from some of the meanest prisons all over the world, not just South America, from all over the world, from the Congo and Africa, they come from all over the world. They're coming, and they're releasing their prisoners into the United States. Now, you can be a liberal guy, you can be progressive as anybody in the world, and you can't think that's a positive thing. They're mental institutions. They're pouring into the United States, and they're hurting and damaging our country, and they're killing our people. And the crime rate with what you're talking about and what we're talking about, we call it migrant crime. It's a new form of crime, and it's a very violent crime. And it's going to take on proportions the likes of which this country has never seen before. And remember...
Wait, wasn't that bad? Sorry, I was lost in the sauce for a second. I'm not even going to lie to you. He said there's going to be a new crime, migrant crime?
From some of the meanest prisons all over the world, not just South America, all over the world. From the Congo and Africa, they come from all over the world. They're coming, and they're releasing their prisoners into the United States. Now, you can be a liberal guy, you can be progressive as anybody in the world, and you can't think that's a positive thing. They're coming out of mental institutions. They're pouring into the United States, and they're hurting and damaging our country, and they're killing our people. And the crime rate with what you're talking about and what we're talking about, we call it migrant crime. It's a new form of crime, and it's a very violent crime. And it's going to take on proportions the likes of which this country has never seen before. And remember, these people are just getting accustomed. These are people coming out of mental institutions, prisons and jails, and many terrorists. We're having record numbers of terrorists coming in. So I'm talking, I assume, mostly to a young audience, but a young audience, no matter where they're coming from, they can't be happy about this.
No, they can't. Jobs are being taken, a lot of crime. Fix that issue. What if I happen to be born in another country and I want to come the right way? How would that work?
Well, that's what we want. We want people to come in, but they have to come in through a system, through a legal system. And one of the things that's unfair is we have hundreds of thousands of people that have applied to come in, and this administration doesn't talk to them.
Right.
But if they walk through the southern border, they have no problem getting in. I don't even know why they're doing this, but some people are waiting 10 years to come in, and they've studied, they learned all about the United States, about our Constitution, about everything, and they're not being let in, and we're allowing people to come in from really rough places, really bad places, and they come in through caravans, and these caravans have 10, 20, 30,000 people, and they're pouring through Mexico.
That's crazy.
And Mexico was great when I was there. They were helping us. I had stay in Mexico. You can imagine what that is. That means you have to stay in Mexico. You can't come into this country until we approve you. They gave it up.
I think the problem is that there's no accurate depiction to judge someone's character, because honestly, I never really had to take a citizenship test. Like, I wasn't born in America, and y'all, like I said, in the comments, that's what comments are for. Discuss in the comments, like adults, like people, classy. Y'all ain't gonna be classy. It is what it is. We're gonna have to monitor some shit, but like, I think the problem here is, like, you don't really get the good judge of character. You got, like, because, like, I can study to be I could still be a killer and come from enough rough neighborhood that studied 10 years to be like to get into America. Like I did exactly what he just said. I know the Constitution like the back of my fucking hand. They quiz me on anything American history. I know American history. I know English. I know whatever. I know my language and English backwards, forwards, sideways. I know it all. Like, if anyone were to not know me and ask me, I could pass for American. Just a bit I just have foreign blood in me. I can pass for American. But I could still have like 38 bodies on my name. There's no way, like, besides legal action, which in other countries sometimes it's very different, so much so that like a nigga can have 38 bodies on his name and you never know it. He just never was caught for it because that's why he's in America. Basically what I'm asking is like I know what former President Trump is saying, but I'm asking is like, is there a way to like judge a person's character? Like, yeah, you got the psych. Yeah, you got psychs there to like do mental evaluations, but is there a way to judge a person's character, or can a person just be lying, get in the country, do their damage, and then get out? There's really no way of knowing. So ultimately, I say that to say this: is the border the biggest problem facing the U.S. right now? I mean, we have inflation. We have high taxes. There's talks of a recession going on. There's jobs, and yes, while that is part of it, that's not the brunt of it. I think the brunt right now, the problems we're facing right now, stem from resources and not amount of people. Once we get resources, we don't care about amount of people. Think about it. I think like we stem from resource evaluation and then like denial and such. Can't really find the right terms right now. Like I said, I'm not politics. But like, yeah, what y'all think about it?
Now they just walk right in. They had catch and release. We had catch and release. It's you catch a criminal and you release him into our country. I said, no. We catch a criminal and we release him into Mexico. I think you feel better about that.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
You know, it's one of those things. There's so many things. They are so.
Why does it have to be one of those things? Like, what makes it better for us to release him back? He's still a criminal. Why not lock him up in Mexico? Catch and release. Why do we have to catch and release him in Mexico? Why can't we just give him to the Mexican government, give him his papers, and be like, hey, bro, this is a criminal that we caught in the United States? I don't understand. Like, what's the...
So bad, it's like amateur night. It's either amateur night or they want to destroy our country.
Right. Do you... What do you think about what's going on in Venezuela, the whole situation out there?
Well, I know it very well, and Venezuela is right now being run by a dictator. We were enemies with Venezuela. Venezuela was going to collapse, and people could have gone back to Venezuela. They're in our country now. They've released tremendous numbers of criminals into our country. If you look at Caracas, it was known for being a very dangerous city, and now it's very safe. In fact, the next interview we'll do it in Caracas, Venezuela, because it's safer than many of our cities after they've released their criminals.
I'm really wishing I did. I really wishing I did some research for this because I don't know what he's talking about when he's saying in Venezuela. That's because I'm not a political YouTuber. Like I said, this is me cashing in my coin for like me making a fuck off video that I just really wanted to make. Like this just happened to be the video that this is falling under for the coin cashing. But like, I really wish I did like some research for the Venezuela thing so I can ask questions
into all of our cities.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm kidding.
I know.
You know, the reason I have to say that because the fake news media knows that too. But they'll say he suggested they go to Venezuela. You know, they are so bad it's hard to believe. But anyway, so Venezuela, their crime is down 72% because they've taken their criminal elements, which are large. It was a very dangerous place, especially Caracas and the different cities, and they've moved them into the United States of America. I know you're very happy. I know that your mother and father must be thrilled when they hear that.
Yeah.
Who happen to be here, I believe.
They are. They're right over there. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Are you thrilled with what they're doing? I don't think so. I don't think they're thrilled. I don't think so. So their crime rate is down 72%.
Right.
Because they're drug dealers, they're criminals, they're murderers, they're rapists. Everything's being moved into the United States. And soon they will have moved all of their criminals into the U.S. They won't have crime. So that's why I say we'll go to Venezuela for our next interview. Okay. It's a very serious problem. I mean, honestly, what they're doing to this country, they're destroying our country, Aiden. They're destroying stupid people. He's not a smart man. He wasn't smart 35 years ago. He wasn't smart 20 years ago. And now he's really not smart.
No.
And you saw that from the debate. I mean, he's really gone down the tubes. And she is, look, she couldn't even pass her law exam. She couldn't pass her bar exam. And I'm not saying that because I know other people didn't pass their bar exam, but she thought she'd never be.
So, if they're moving their drug dealers and stuff into the United States, what's the solution to that? Are we gonna like capture them, give them back to Venezuela, and be like, "Hey, take your shit back," and make them like put the drug dealers that we know are drug dealers, put the criminals that we know are criminals, put the rapists that we know are rapists, put the such and such, you know, what you get what I'm saying, in prison? Or are we just gonna like release them because we don't have rooms in the prisons? Because they're, I ain't gonna get into flaws in the prisons and the judicial system and like all of that. I'm not gonna get into that. You know, good people go into prison for like crimes that are pretty much minor. And we're not even gonna talk about like the amount of people that are in crimes right now that have been put in there because weed was like super illegal back then, and now it's like eased up to the point where it's like, bro, why are you still in prison?
Be able to pass it. And this is who we have running our country. It's a shame. She's ultra left, ultra radical. I just see where 99 vicious terrorists, when she was, I guess, Attorney General, because she was Attorney General in California, she destroyed California. Her policies have destroyed California. Her policies when she was the district.
Hey, people in California, how y'all feel about that? Kamala Harris destroyed y'all shit? Y'all shit running good? Y'all shit destroyed?
Attorney have destroyed San Francisco. San Francisco was the best city in our country.
Oh shit! Straight shots to San Francisco. Yeah, how y'all feel about that? San Franciscans. Right, I don't know what y'all niggas are called. The San Franciscanites. San Francisco Chargers. I don't know what y'all called.
Country.
San Francisco 49ers. I'm offending so many people right now. I'm sorry.
20 years ago.
To nobody.
And now it's, not even, frankly, it's not even livable. We have to bring our cities back. We're going to have to focus on bringing our cities back.
It's actually really sad. You know, I lived in California for a long time. Even Los Angeles, it's not safe. It's not safe. Everyone I know that lives in multi-million-dollar, homes that do what I do, content, they're getting robbed. They're getting robbed. The police don't really, they're not active out there as they are in some other states, and it's really sad. And I agree. I saw a video in San Francisco where people just walk into a Louis Vuitton and an Apple store and just loot, and leave like nothing ever happened. It's crazy.
They loot, and not only that, they have like $1,000 or $1,500 where she started, where she won't even prosecute if it's less than $1,500.
Wow.
So you see these people go in with like calculators, and they're adding the stuff that they're stealing because they won't be prosecuted.
No, I will say that is fucked up. Laws like if y'all have that sucks. Laws like that absolutely are made to be broken. He's not wrong. If there's a limit to what I can steal, I'll just simply steal under the limit. It's not fucking hard. So you know what you just do? How about, hey bro, no stealing. It's as simple as that. I don't give a fuck if it's a chocolate bar or a Louis Vuitton bag. No stealing.
So that if they get dabbed, they say, no, it's less than whatever it is, $1,000.
Right.
And she started the concept of that, and it's now spreading. Our country, we need strong leadership. We didn't have stuff like this. When you look at what's happened to this country, and you look at other countries, crime rates all over the world are down. You know why? Because they're all dumping their bad people, their prisoners, and all of the people that are bad. not only the people on the streets, the people that are in jails. You know what they save by doing that? But they're dumping their prisoners and their criminal elements. They're dumping them into the United States of America, and our crime is going to go through the roof. It's going to go through the roof, and if we win, and I hope we win, we should win. We seem to be winning, and you can't even imagine that anybody would want these. This has nothing to do with me. Who would want these people? But can you imagine? They're just getting comfortable now, and they're criminals, so they're sort of laying low a little bit now because they're not comfortable. But soon they'll be comfortable, and they'll find that our police they're great.
Yeah.
But they're not allowed to do their job. They're not allowed to be strong, and they could do their job if they will. But if they do their job, they have their pension knocked out. They have their car taken away, their family taken away, their house taken away. Everything's taken away, and they lose their job. It's a very rough thing being a policeman today, I'll tell you. But
they only do that when they do their job incorrectly, man. Like, when you only get that, those are bad treatments when they do their job incorrectly. Not correctly. And I need you, and I say this with confidence, I need you to show me the statistics, show me the evidence, show me the stories of a good policeman, a good cop that got that all that happened to because he made a good call. Not like, oh, he did something. I mean, a good call. In the situation, he pulled out his gun, he shot. In the situation, he might have fucking handled the guy way too roughly. In the situation, shit got crazy and like, I don't know. You fill in the blank. Shit got crazy. The guy pushed out of a balcony or something, broke a leg or something. Give me an example of a guy making a good call in a shitty situation and then him having shitty results because of it. Because that's what it sounds like he's pushing. He's pushing the idea of like, because these things don't happen to the officers that do their job incorrect. Like they only happen to the stuff that the officers that do their job incorrectly, not the officers that do their job correctly. And you in the comments, you out there, comment 98210. Please tell me, show me something. I don't want it to be made up. Link me to a source material, blog post, anything. I will ask for factual evidence. Give me something that like links to like what he just said. Because like that just doesn't compute in my brain. Because that only in my mind happens to when you fuck up at your job. Those are punishments meant for officers who fucked up. And if they didn't feel like they fucked up, they made a call that absolutely could have been better, or something could have been done to where it was less violent or not as hurtful, or not as much collateral was done. Something could have been done. That's the only thing in my mind for like shit, like when you got like your house and your family taken away, good shit, because that means that you did something that people objectively finds a disturbance with. Something about that just clicked with someone and just they gave him the heebie-jeebies and was like, look man, I can't condone what the fuck you were doing. Like, motherfucker out here crashing out like Bruce dropped him off. I can't condone it, bro. I don't know. That's somebody link me.
They could do their job. We're going to have to let them do their job. We have a crime-infested nation. We're a drug-addicted nation, and we're a crime-infested nation. Other than that, we're doing quite well.
Yeah. I want to.
He's not wrong about the drug-infested nation and crime-infested nation, though, mind you. Like, the criminals pouring in, he was right about. Everything so far, he was right about. I just found something wrong with that one. Call it nitpicking, call it whatever you want. That's what the comment section is for. Go crazy. But he's not. But fentanyl crisis is fucking scary, bro. Fentanyl is scary. It really is, bro. It's a fucking. Something got to be done about that shit.
move topics a little bit here. You know, I saw. I'm unfamiliar with exactly what it was called. You were speaking on stage with 3 other women, and you just got ambushed. They were late, and not a hi, hello, how are you? Just straight into it, just straight trying to rip you apart. And I think you handled it pretty well. But I wanted to ask you a question, like, why do you think like they just straight up do that for you, but then they're gonna ask the other side, oh, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
That's right. Well, I did this as a favor, and this was the black journalists. The room had maybe 2,000. It said 2,000. It looked more like 1,000 to me, but whatever it was packed.
Yeah.
And I did it because I thought it was a good thing to do. And they had a journalist. I didn't know who she was, but she was nasty. She was a terrible person. And
Nasty.
I walk in, and instead of saying, hello, thank you very much for doing this, they also said, Kamala's going to do it. But then Kamala said, she wants to do it because she can't talk to people. She can't answer questions. She hasn't done one interview. You know, she's not doing any interviews.
Yeah.
Because if she did one interview where hard questions, she's incapable of answering them. But I walk in and there's one.
My only retort to that, I'd have similar questions for you. But he's not wrong so far. Like I don't know if y'all seen it. It's going around on Twitter. I had a problem with it. It was Kamala Harris being asked about her opinion and like what is her solution to like the increasing inflation. Inflation is high. Recession is looking like it's imminent. Stock markets are crashing. A lot of banks are closing. Shit is getting expensive. What is going on? Can you fix it? Her response to that is, we have a plan. Trust in the plan. It's a really great plan. Do I think Trump would have something similar? I think, yeah. But I also think being a businessman, he inherently knows how to kind of deal with inflation somewhat. At least he should know because he has a business background. But again, I'm not a political YouTuber.
Woman starts talking about, she talked about, let's get rid of the elephant in the room. And she starts talking about racism and everything. I said, you didn't even say hello to me. And I'm doing them a favor by doing this. I'm doing this out of respect to the black community. And we're getting record numbers, as you know, in the black community. Yeah. And she came across, she's with ABC Fake News, which is one of the worst. ABC is one of the worst.
Right.
And she is horrible. So she was very nasty. Harris Faulkner was there. She was excellent. The other person I didn't know, she was okay. I wouldn't say she was great, but she was okay. But I did it, and it was quite a sensation. Actually, a lot of people think it was well handled. The woman.
They're still using the mugshot. That mugshot hard, bro. If you don't switch it up, put that shit that way. If you don't put out that hard ass photo of you raising your fist up, if you don't put out that hard ass photo, you raising your fist up after being shot, blood dripping. You mini men 50 Cent ass. If you don't put that up, that mugshot is gone, bro.
Was so rude.
So rude.
That, it's hard to believe. You can walk into a thing, and I do them a favor, and I do this. Most people said, why are you doing it? I feel I have an obligation to do it. I want to look with it. You become the president for all of the people, not for a certain segment.
Correct.
Not even for just my, they talk about my base. It's a very big base. But you become president for all of the people. So I feel you have an obligation to do that. Now, she's not doing anything. She's not doing any interviews because I don't believe she's capable. She starts, I don't know, she's strange. The whole thing is strange. Let's put it this way. Our country's in big trouble.
Yeah. I spoke to your son, Don Jr., when I met you.
I'm not gonna lie, no disrespect. Kamala Harris do seem like one of them, the bad girls that sat alone at the lunch table and you wonder why they're alone. And you go sit next to them and you talk to them for a little bit. And you find out she got a fucking knife collection and you're like, oh, that's why she's alone. I mean, I ain't even gonna hold you. That's what she gets. She give me them vibes. Like, you thought I was gonna say ratchet. Nah, she just seemed like one of the bad weird girls. Don't hate. Kamala Harris is bad, bro. I seen some things. I'll put you on to something, young blood. Kamala Harris is bad.
In Doral.
Right.
I spoke to Don Jr. a little bit. He said, man, I feel for the young generation. You guys are, look at this. Like, look what's going on here. Like, it's like you need this next 4 years. If not, I don't know how well the country's going to do after these 4 years.
I don't think it survives. I really don't.
Damn.
Look, we're going to have 20 million people in by the time this election takes place. 20 million people. That's bigger than New York State. Many of those people are people that you should not have, and we're all for everything. All men are created equal, as the expression goes. Right?
Of course.
But now today they say all men and women are
Yeah.
created equal. When
Yeah.
they wrote that, it was a slightly different time. Today, that alone is a politically incorrect statement.
Yeah, it is.
So all men and
It
women
is.
are created equal, everything.
Yeah.
But the fact is, when you're dumping
He's
all
not
these
wrong, bro.
criminals and all of these drug dealers, all of these people into our country, you're really hurting our country badly. And it has to be, we have to take very strong measures.
We definitely do. Moving to the next. Oh,
Again, I said my opinion on it is I don't think that's like the main problem. I do think it's a problem. I think it's definitely on a list of problems near the top. But that can be solved with like a few regulations, some understanding of the situation at hand, and action. Affirmative action. Which all happens after strong leadership. We just really need strong leadership for the country, bro. And we all need to get on one accord and stop being so fucking butthurt about shit and understand that 2006 was actually a fucking year that happened and stop canceling everybody, nigga. Damn. Niggas worried for shit. And niggas like, why would you be worried? Why would you be worried, Jitterbug? Because I don't know what the fuck I said in 2006, nigga. I was a tie. For all I know, I could have put my hand up, and nigga was like, "Look at him. He's 6 years old, but he's hailing Hitler." I'm like, bro, I reached over to scratch my back. They caught me in an awkward time. Get off my dick, Chris Tyson. Wow.
I didn't know they were allowed to applaud.
yeah, they're allowed to applaud. You guys can keep applauding.
All right, that's common sense, right? It is about common sense. I mentioned that term because whether you're conservative, liberal, it's all about common sense.
It is.
You want to have good education. You want to have borders. You want to have low interest rates, be able to buy a house. You want to, so many different things. But you got to have.
Again, this looks so fun. We might play it.
Sense.
I heard things about Zenless Zone Zero. We might play it, bro. I don't know. I don't know if I can wait for the sponsor. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if y'all want me to play it.
And
I might not wait for y'all. That might be the next coin cash in.
we're run by people. And, just a little thing. When I started campaigning almost like 8 years ago, I talked about Merry Christmas. We should have Merry Christmas again. Let's bring back Merry Christmas. You weren't allowed to say Merry Christmas. I got it back. Yeah.
It's a nice crowd, huh?
Even if you're Jewish, they like to say Merry Christmas. Every one of my Jewish friends say, we love Merry Christmas.
I'm Jewish. I love Merry
Good.
Christmas.
And, Kamala doesn't.
She doesn't like
no,
it?
She doesn't want you to use Merry Christmas.
Wow.
The funny thing is, I've never met anyone in my lifetime that celebrates any of the other holidays that are associated around that time for religious reasons or whatever. I have Jewish friends that don't, they celebrate Hanukkah, but they actually prefer to celebrate Christmas, believe it or not. They celebrate Hanukkah and their Jewish people, the Jewish churches. I don't really know the proper name for them, but they celebrate Hanukkah there, services and stuff. Maybe go to that as a nightly thing, but actually they celebrate Christmas at their house. They'll have a Christmas tree and they celebrate the Santa aspects of Christmas, and that's interesting to me. Similar to I have friends and family from Uganda that they don't really celebrate Kwanzaa. The traditional way they prefer to celebrate Christmas. They know of Kwanzaa and they kind of mix the two in a sense because Christmas dinner is actually traditionally them being from Uganda they'll have a bunch of spreads and stuff. But hey. It's one of those.
Thinks it's insulting to use Merry Christmas, so we'll have to work on her.
I wanted to ask you a question. Speaking of,
I'm not that culture, bro. Don't quiz me. Don't quiz me. Don't gun to my head, bro.
you said something about common sense. Someone who has no common sense.
Give me culture though.
Do you think he was pushed out, or do you think he made the decision to step down?
No, he was not only pushed out, it was a coup. I'm telling you. They went in to see him. He did badly. The debate was a disaster.
It was horrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was brilliant or if he was horrible.
Bro, I'll be honest with you. It was probably he was horrible. Trump, he was horrible. Because that debate was horrible on both sides. It was not hard to beat any one of you during the debate. It was just that you had at least coherent sentences. And this is talks of being the president of the United States, and the nigga was like, what, bro? Get it out, spit it out. Hey, President Biden, what do you think? What are your talks about inflation and how to bring down gas prices and stuff? It's getting really high and really bad. Do you have a plan for it? Sound like a stuttering AI. Stop it, bro.
Maybe it was a combination of both.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I know one thing. They were saying after I left, they said, that was one of the greatest debate performances we've ever seen. And then 2 days later,
Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Where Bernie? Where Bernie at, bro? I'll get a nigga some money. Where Bernie at? Bernie, I got $10 for you, bro. Get up there.
they just said he was terrible.
Right.
Don't drop out this time.
Never gave. They took away the great debate performance stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, but no, I mean, I did fine, and he is. He shouldn't have. Look, he's done tremendous damage to our country. He was a terrible president. He was the worst president we've ever had. She's, by the way, considered the most unpopular vice president we've ever had. But she's she's worse than he is. I actually think he's smarter than her, and I think he's a really not smart person.
Oh,
I think he's smarter than she is. But she was convenient. She was there. They have better people. I mean, they have much better. In fact, all of the people that she's looking at are considered much better than her. These were people that were thinking about running. They would have run, except that they didn't want to go through this roadblock with her. And, because you're the vice president. So they wanted to go pick him. And I think virtually every one of them is considered better, smarter, would be a better president than her. But we can't allow her to be president. She's going to destroy our country.
She'll ruin it. I mean, already. It's ridiculous what she's saying.
And by the way, the youth is so important because youth tends to be Democrat. And as they get older, they become Republican. That's what's happening. We can't wait 50 years. We can't. Make the move now. All of you young people, and he's got a lot of them. All I know is my kids say, Dad, you have no idea how big this interview is. I said, don't tell me that. But make the move now. Don't wait 50 years.
That's crazy,
Our
bro.
country doesn't have 50 years.
Well, what do y'all believe about that? Yeah, caught y'all bitch ass, didn't I? But what y'all believe about that? Do y'all believe our country has 50 years? I don't know, bro. This was my coin cash in. Like I said, I'm not a political YouTuber. If you like me, if you like what I said, if you like my ideas, if you have any ideas in your own, leave a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Tell your friends to slurp noodles. Let me know what noodles they slurp, by the way. If they some pork motherfuckers, they nasty. Anyway, bye!